loses his kingdom, what is rightfully his, ends up in the forest, loses his wife, gets kidnapped, fights a brutal war which he's not interested in, brings back his wife, suffers very uncharitable comments about his wife from everybody around. A wife who is very dear to him, pregnant with 2 children, twins, takes her and leaves her in the forest, never sees her again in his life, and unknowingly ends up in a battle against his own children, fights a battle with his children, gets defeated by them, goes through the disgrace of that, endless disasters, and wife dies without he ever meeting her. But still, why? The significance of Rama is not the life situations. The significance of Rama is the way he conducted himself through this disastrous series of disasters that occurred to him, with how much gracefulness he conducted himself right through his life. With all the disasters happening, never once was he seen angry, never once was he seen cursing someone, never once was he seen freaking out, conducted everything gracefully. So people who are seeking liberation sought Rama. People who are seeking a graceful life sought Rama. People who understood, people who had the wisdom to see that external situations can go wrong any moment, just any moment. Oh, it'll not happen to us, is a foolish way to live. It'll not happen to me is a foolish way to live. Even if it happens, I will go through that gracefully is a wise way to live. So people sought Rama because they saw this phenomenal wisdom, though life became a continuous series of disasters. Never once wavered from his truthfulness, from what he set up for himself, the fundamentals of his life, never once deviated from that, just hung on to what he has to do, conducted with utmost balance. In fact, people on the spiritual path, there is a tradition of seeking disasters. Many spiritual seekers go about asking for something to go wrong with their life, because they want themselves to be fully tested before death approaches. Before death approaches, they want to be fully tested. They want to be quality checked. No matter what happens, they'll go through it gracefully. Because when the moment of shedding the body comes, that's the time you'll lose your balance. Everything is fine. When the moment of everything that you know as reality is going to slip off from your hands, that's the time when you lose your control a bit. So, people seeking disasters, it's an extreme form of devotion, and you want to be ready. When the moment of leaving comes, you don't want to falter even a bit. That is the moment you need to handle gracefully. Take some practice. Suddenly one day if it happens, then you won't be able to handle it. And when the moment of losing your body and everything that you know as life, to conduct that day gracefully, people seek Rama. They want tribulations, trials and tribulations in their life, consciously seeking. If you see this anywhere across the world, I'm not asking you to take this path, but it has been the tradition everywhere in the world. Spiritual path means first thing is to consciously seek poverty. To conduct yourself gracefully through poverty is not an easy thing. If you get hungry, you will become… all sense of being human will be lost, you will become like an animal. When you're hungry, when you're angry, you're an animal, isn't it? To conduct that gracefully, you should see the yogis in India, they never ask for anything, they keep going. You can see they're hungry. They have not eaten for days sometimes, but they will conduct themselves so gracefully. I've seen any number of them. You offer them money, they won't take it. If you just offer one meal, they will take it. You offer money for one more meal, he won't take it, because he wants the challenge to be there in his life all the time. Because if I take money for 2 meals today, tomorrow I will logically convince myself, why not 10 meals? Then slowly I'll organize my whole life. Like, see, you have bought footwear for 3 lifetimes, just in case. So, once you add one more will become logically acceptable and it'll grow endlessly. Just see to what extent we have taken our survival process. Our survival process has hit the sky and still it's not enough. To conduct yourself through hunger, to poverty, to various kinds of physical and other kinds of difficulties gracefully. For this, people sought Rama.